Hello, my name is Bosco, and welcome to Goliath the Soothsayer. This game is based on a true story from the American rock band Mars Volta. That's all I know. Let's begin. Yeah, I don't know what the story is around Mars Volta, but we're about to find out right now. To be honest, I've never actually heard of Mars Volta, but if anyone knows the band, by all means, yeah, the game based on a true story. Yeah, like I was saying, I don't really know the band, but if you guys know the band and you listen to them, let me know. Tell me if they're good. It started a week ago. My brother had been missing for the better half of a year, and we had all but given up any hope of finding him alive. It was as excuse me. It was as if he had just suddenly disappeared from the face of the earth, leaving everything behind. It was decided that his affairs and finances should be handled and closed off immediately. You'll never guess which lucky sibling got that job. Wow, that's unfortunate. Initially, everything was relatively straightforward and simple. That is, until the first night in my brother's house. Strange noises and dark whispers plagued my sleep. I remember running and stumbling in my vain attempts to escape the horrors nestled deep in my dreams. Ooh. And I awoke the following morning, not in a bed to which I fell victim to exhaustion, but on the cold wooden floors of an attic with no recollection of how I came to be in this room. But the most disturbing of all is my only exit was mysteriously locked from the outside. I have been here in this attic for days, unable to escape whatever holds me captive in this room. I can hear them in this house, in the walls, and in the floor. They utter obscenities and demand reverence. I sometimes even think that I can hear my brother's voice amongst the cacophony of vitriolic abuse. So here I sit, tormented and driven to the brink of insanity, and no matter how loud I scream, the voices shriek back louder. All that I know is that I must now escape this prison and find a way to release myself and my brother's soul from the bondage of this evil. Somewhere in this house, the answer awaits for me. That is really unfortunate. Imagining, first you have to deal with, the loss of your family member, and then you have to, you're in charge of, his affairs, only to find yourself in this, nightmare and fuel-induced, house. Ugh. At least we got the story down. Ugh, that was spooky. Gotta chill. Boy, here we go. We're in it. We have an inventory. We are in the thick of it. It seems like... Oh, let me see. Wait, before I read that. It seems like there's salt. There's an odd and thick line... Oh, it is! There's an odd and thick line of salt on the floor here, spanning from one side of the door to the other. It's almost as if whoever placed this here did so in an attempt to create a barrier. That's a very common trope in a lot of storytelling when it involves horrors and stuff, using salt as a medium to protect yourself from whatever is ensuing upon you. Sorry. Didn't mean to nerd out there. The urn on the floor here is empty, but it seems that it was once filled with the salt poured on the floor at the foot of the door. Okay. The door is locked, and unfortunately this is my only way out of this attic. Have to get this door open somehow. Well, What waits for me outside this room is merely secondary to my concerns. All right, the coat. An old white sports jacket hangs from the coat stand in the corner of this attic. You know, despite what we read before and like us entering, this is kind of peaceful. You know, we're in an attic. It's like, I guess like the calm before the storm kind of thing. Because like there's light. The light streams through the window. Though I can see the backyard and the forest that is the property backs onto. Wait. Through it, I can see the backyard and the forest that this property backs onto. I could break this window and scream for help, but with not another house within 5 miles, I would be wasting my breath. Dang, alone in the wilderness. That is, who would buy a property out and like away from all of society and just like, let's see our inventory. Okay, we got like boxes here and then some kind of circle. I guess we'll figure out more of that as we go. Oh, it makes a sound when you move forward. Seems like there's a lot of items we can grab. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'd ever want to live out in the wilderness by myself, let alone, you know, not near anyone. I think like the comfort of like having people around is always, oh, we can go left and right, is always a benefit. Can we go down and up? No, just, there's a left button. Ooh, all right, we got a bunch of things here. Light streams into the attic. Sorry, there's something in my throat. Light streams into the attic through a window embedded in the roof. Okay. I actually haven't clicked anything yet. I'm just casually reading and just scanning the room. I'm afraid that like as soon as I click something, it's gonna like trigger like a chain event of like scary things, and I'm like, I'm kind of like afraid to start it. You know what I mean? I want to get the lay of the land first. An old musket is racked up against the wall. Somehow I don't think it will work. Somehow I don't think it will work as it is missing its firing. What does that say? Harness? Hammer. M-M-E-R, hammer. It's firing hammer. Oh, I guess that's the thing at the top where it goes ch-ch-ch. Okay. The drawer in this... Wait, can we go more left or right? No, just back. Okay. Now we know this is like the end. The drawer in this chest is currently closed. All closed. Under the chest of the drawer, I've spotted a roll of rope. Maybe this will come in handy. Okay, let's grab it. We got rope. So, oh, look at that. Oh, okay, so this is where it just shows us what the items are, and then it just displays it, an image of it. Perfect. I'm a little nervous how it's like designed this way, because if something's coming, we have to like click the inventory, wait for it to load, then use the item to, you know, that doesn't bode well with me. All right, let's see if we can try the drawers, even though it's locked. Oh, I thought it said it was locked. The drawer in this chest is currently open and is empty. The drawer in this chest is currently closed. Okay, empty. Ooh, I don't like that. I found an old wooden crucifix in one of these drawers. That is both reassuring and terrifying at the same time. The drawer in this chest is currently opened and empty. Okay, I guess we've exhausted all of that. Can we grab the gun even though? Maybe we'll find a hammer along the way. Not much else is going on here. This game, like, if you're hovering over things, it like generally puts like a little bit of a comment on down below. So if there's no comment, I can just assume that it's nothing of interest. Or there is something you can click on, but we may not comment on it. So just got to be careful of one of those two scenarios. But yeah, that seems to be pretty much it. All right, so we got a rope and a crucifix. Let's check the jacket. Oh. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. A Roman Catholic prayer card. That's unusual. I didn't know my brother was a religious person. I was always under the impression he was agnostic. Maybe he found faith before he disappeared from the face of the earth. Okay. I don't feel comfortable reading this whole prayer because this is a real like prayer. This is not like some made up prayer, and you know when it ties to something spooky, I don't know. It gets but if you guys want to read it for yourself, there it is. Did we grab that? Oh, we do have the prayer card. Okay. I'm seeing a theme here of like religious themes. I checked the pocket and now it's empty. I think that's about it. Oh, what's that? No, nothing. What about the salt? Can we grab the urn? No. Ooh. I thought that was a sound from the outside. If I could pick the lock, it wouldn't help. The door handle freely turns, however. The door doesn't budge. I'm no handyman, but it seems to me that this side of the handle rivet is threaded and won't work. Perhaps the handle will work from the other side. Interesting. Ooh, I don't like making that sound. Okay, so we have a rope, crucifix, and a prayer card. What can we do with that? I don't know. Perhaps we can use the rope on the door somehow? How do we... do we drag it or something? I'm not... Oh! I don't know what just happened. Oh, I may have just clicked to go to the other side. I'm not sure how to use items. Use crucifix with... Oh. Use rope with... interesting. Use rope with crucifix... Use rope with prayer card? No, it just... I don't think there's a combination set up. Can we... Wait. Can we use the rope with the gun? No. I'm not sure. Wait, can we use the rope to climb outside? No. We can't tie a rope to something? Rope with... crucifix? I'm not sure what's going on here. Prayer... I don't know. I'm just trying whatever. Either I'm not understanding the dynamics of how the items are utilized in this game, or it's just not working. Am I missing something important? Can we use the rope on anything in particular? Oh, we went left. Currently closed. Closed. Can we use the crucifix on the gun somehow? No. I'm not sure where to go from here. I'm actually stumped. I thought I exhausted everything. Oh, I think I broke this one. It's not opening or closing. It's currently closed. This one opens and closes. But this one seems to be stuck. It's okay though, because we know there's nothing inside. I don't know. There's an odd... Is there any way we can use a crucifix on the door? Use crucifix with prayer card. Rope. I don't know. It says use crucifix, but I'm clicking on things and nothing is happening. Crucifix. I figure you can use like the item on things that are clickable in the area. Oh, now it opens and closes. Currently closed. Wait. What? What the heck? Oh, I heard that. Did you guys hear that? A dark metallic meat hook sits on the dresser. It has loops. It has a loophole at one end allowing a line to be threaded through. I don't really see the purpose in carrying this around with me at the... Wait, what do you mean? Rope? You tethered the hook to the rope. How did I even get to this? I can't quite see at the top of the dresser from all the way back here. Oh, this little tiny sliver right here I missed. A rope and a hook. Interesting. So can we use the rope and the hook to escape? Let's try it. Operation escape. No? I figured that would be the strat. Just put the hook and then that's it. You're out the door. Can we use rope and hook with the door? No. Why would we need a rope and a hook? Let's look for some more little tiny like hints. Like this right here. Perhaps a light of stream. Try the rope and hook. No. I don't think I see anything else. I'm actually I was stumped until I looked up here and then I wasn't. Oh wait, hold up. Can we open the drawers? Hold on. And then look on top? No, it actually... Gotcha. Wait, can we use the rope and hook on the gun? No. What do we use a rope and a hook for? I bet you guys are probably like, as you're watching this, you're like, it's so obvious. Rope and hook with window. I mean, that would be the most obvious thing, right? You hook it to one end and then you just climb out. And then you're out the door. The urn here sits on the floor empty. Did you guys hear that? I thought I heard something. Can you use the crucifix on the urn? What do you use the prayer card with? Oh, that's gonna get annoying quickly. Wait, what does it say? This area of the wall doesn't appear to go all the way up past the... This area of the wall doesn't appear to go all the way up past the rafters. The gap is too small to climb through. However, there's a chance that I can thread something through here to the other side of the door. Interesting. So rope and hook with this right here. Oh, okay. You've used a rope and hook to fish the other side of the door handle. The other side for the door handle on the other side. Sorry, dyslexia. Ooh, this is creepy. Do I pull? What do I do here? I don't know what's going on. What is happening? Oh, I heard a sound. Oh no. What? Do I need a crucifix? I still have the rope and hook. The wall on the left here is cracked all the way along the length of this area. It's probably a good bet that whatever malevolent force exists in this house is responsible for this. It's a photo of my brother with two friends. He's the one dressed in the white shirt in the middle. It appears this photo was taken in the Middle East as it's marked Jerusalem 2005. The stairs from the attic leads downstairs into the darkness. It's a light switch, but I think it's shorted out. There might be another switch just around the corner in the hallway if my memory serves correctly. The wall on the right here is bland and uninteresting. The eeriest darkness at the foot of the staircase beckons me. No, I don't want to go. All right, let's do it. Ah. The area up ahead is too dark to see anything. I'm not going to move any further until I can light up the area. Perhaps a light switch might be a good place to start. Okay, we got a light switch. There's a room to my left with my brother converted into a home office. This is where I have spent most of my time arranging his affairs since arriving in this house. Shouldn't we just leave? Why? There are more pictures here of my brother, taken of him with various famous landmarks from around the world in the background. He certainly was a traveler. It's odd though that he's wearing white in virtually every picture. There are more pictures of my brother and him in various places. He's wearing white. The door was open, however, the moment I got down here, it closed by itself. The door at the end of the hallway is just an empty, unused linen closet. It's just a small table with a lamp and a few random pictures. Situated at the end of this hall, there's another staircase beyond the end of this hallway that leads down to the ground floor. Okay, so we're on the second floor then. Got it. There's another hallway which leads to the master bedroom and the bathroom just around the corner. Which way do we go? I guess we'll go here first. Oh wow, that is this is definitely 2005. Desktop computer sits in standby mode on the desk. Okay, a couple of spare computer sits at the left side of the desk. One was used for playing the share market, and the other was more for games and more of game machines. I have no real inclination towards investigating these machines any closer. There's the keyboard and mouse, which controls the desktop in front. There's a printer. I take it it's a color and photo printer. The other is for documents, inkjet laser. Shelves above the desk filled with knickknacks. Let's try the desktop. Ooh, we powered it on. Is there anything else we'd like to open up. Just clicking around, seeing if anything. Light from the morning glare streams into the room. This window looks out onto the national park here in San Remi. Advanced diary. Enter passcode. Oh no. I don't have a passcode. We're gonna have to put a pause on that until we find a passcode. Unless it's in this room. Oh, wait a minute. Was that the sound of the room? That is. I would not make a loud sound if I was in here. I'd be very quiet as a mouse. Jeez. It appears to be. Oh wait, there's something left in a paper tray. Murder. Murder? Okay, we have a murder note. Murder. Murder. We gotta find a way to access the diary. Oh man, that slamming of the door, I don't like that. Okay, room number 1 or room number 2? Let's try the one that didn't close on its own. We'll try the closet. No. We can't even access the closet. No. Alright, let's go to the other hallway that leads to the master bedroom. Ooh. The door leads to the bathroom. There's another strange line of salt outside the bedroom door, but the barrier seems to have been broken. In any case, I don't remember this being here last time. Oh no. Should we grab salt from upstairs? Jeez. Okay, now's not the time to use the toilet. The bathroom has 2 wash basins. But only one has a mirror. Anything useful here? A bathroom sink, toiletries, nothing of interest. He kept his shower pretty damn clean. That said, there's nothing of interest here. Candyman. Okay, I'd rather not tempt fate right now. Enough crazy shit is happening in this place. Oh my goodness. It doesn't look like there's much to do in the bathroom. I feel like I need to grab the salt. Oh, the slamming of the door. I don't like that. Can we go back upstairs and grab the salt? Just so we like... Oh, I thought we... Can we grab the salt? No. There's no way to grab the salt, huh? Well, at least we have a crucifix and a prayer note. Don't like those sounds. Oh, sorry, I misclicked. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's go to the master bedroom. Should we go to the master bedroom or the door that closed? Let's go to the master bedroom. Seems cozy enough. Padded footstool sits at the base of the recliner. Comfortable looking recliner sits at the corner of the room. It's a bronze statue of a Hindu deity, Shiva. Oh. We have a Shiva statue. Interesting. Oh, did not mean to do that. I gotta be careful with my clicks. The vinyl shade blind blocks the view from the window. Wait, what's that? My brother's bed. Oddly enough, the bed has been neatly arranged to a 5-star hotel standard. An alarm clock with a digital reads out sits on. Wait. What? What is this? Is this upside down? What? Is this supposed to be like 1843? Or one is it? I'm not sure how to read this. Is this upside down? Is this supposed to be a 0? Like a full 0? Or an 8? The alarm clock must be broken. The panel is displaying a weird formation of characters. I mean, 1, 3, 4, 6? I don't know. It could be anything, really. H-E... Oh, I thought that was going to be like an H. I don't know. There's a small piece of paper left on the bed here. Love. A piece of notepad paper has been cut out in the shape of a heart, and the word love has been scribed onto it. What could this mean? Okay, we have a picture of love. I don't know what's going on. I'm like further getting lost into this. A couple of the lamps. More pictures of his brother wearing a white shirt. A throbbing stream of daylight floods this room enough through the adjacent window. Did I miss anything else? It's a switch for the bedside lamps, if I'm not mistaken. Oh my god. More pictures of my brother. What was that? Are we not going to comment on that? Just a floating body, you know. Is it still... The alarm clock must be broken. I don't know what this means. Did someone die here? Anything underneath the bed? No. What is this? 1346 or 185? I'm not going anywhere with that. Jeez, what was that? All right, let's leave. We're not getting anywhere through here. All right, it's time. TV turned itself on. And was that voice? What was that voice I was hearing? The tall boy assembly is empty and of no interest. The wall sockets for the power are being pumped into the TV. I better leave this on in case something else comes through its reception. Oh no. It's a switch for the light. The mirror on this wall is broken after all. After I saw that thing in the reflection. Jeez. A copy of the Islamic Quran rests on the side of the table. The Holy Quran. What is going on here? We got a crucifix, a prayer card, a murder note, a Shiva statue, and the Quran. The Quran. The Holy Quran. It's a rather uncomfortable looking chair. We seem to be gathering like a lot of like different artifacts from different religions. I wonder if we're gonna like assemble like a trinity or something. Something about "can you hear me?" I couldn't make out the words too well. Whatever's in here does not like us doing whatever it is that we're doing. And why haven't we just left? Why haven't we just walked out the door? No interest. Okay, out we go. Down the hallway to the next area. Oh, it's so dark. These lead back up to the bedrooms. The floor lamp is currently set to a low dim. I need to pump the light in here to see what I'm going. I don't wanna play anymore. Can we just not play this game anymore? It leads back up to the bedroom. What was that? This door leads to the lounge room. This door leads to the linen closet. This door leads to the rear end of the house. However, it seems to be locked. Now, where could my brother have kept the key? How about we not go in there? Thoughts? Oh my god. Alright, into the lounge room we go. Please, I'm scared. Stop it. A merlot colored suede couch. Looks like it was recent purchase before my brother suddenly vanished from the face of the earth. Oh, that's nice. He didn't even get to enjoy his new couch. Resting on the metallic wire stands a Jewish religious instrument called a what? Oh wait, what? It's called a what? A what now? Shofar. A shofar. Yeah, we're picking up all sorts of religious items. Oh, we can go left. I mean, excuse me, we can go right. The dinner table looks like was left set for a meal. Flat screen TV sits in the corner of the room. Oh, a bronze statue of a Buddha is placed next to the TV. Now we have Buddha. We got a lot of items. What's this? It's a strange looking abstract piece of artwork, a little beyond my appreciation. Oh, we're not going to take the artwork? Okay. I'm not sure why we're gathering up all these pieces. I think that's it. Let's see if we can go right. We can go right, right? No, that's actually out. So we're going to go back in and we're going to go down. There's a down button. What? They both lead outside? Is that just two ways to exit then? That's a little confusing. Alright, I think that's about everything in here. How many pieces do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. And then we have 2 notes, a murder note and a love note. Do we have to get more notes, I'm guessing, along the way? Or something? I don't know. Alright, here we go. This door leads to the linen closet. A Japanese Shinto prayer board. And I don't know how to say Enma. Enma is hung on the wall here. Emma. All right. Now we have a Japanese religious item, Shinto Emma. Is this a note? A page ripped out of a notepad has the word lust written on it. Lust. Wait. Murder, love, lust. The store leads to the closet, however, no matter how hard I pull, it won't budge. Interesting. A couple of pens just out of a weighted holder. Antique table sits on the side, rested against the wall. Can't seem to access the light. I wonder if we can, can we use any of these items on the door? I don't think so. It seems like they're used for something else all entirely. What about the hook? Just for funsies? No. Alright, let's keep moving. This door leads to the rear of the house, but it's locked. Okay, we've come to an impasse. Why would I leave the light off? Is there any advantage to that? So we might have missed something along the way. I guess we're looking for a key. We have all these items. Oh, we do need to access the... hold on, let's see. Let's just take a look at our items here. We have a 0. It's a circle. A heart. Oh, did not mean to do that. In a square. Circle, heart, square. Square. Heart. Circle. Square, heart, circle. Does that mean anything? Square, heart, circle? I'm not sure. We need a code. We need the code. A 4-digit code. It has to be the alarm clock that we saw, right? Unless it's something I missed, super like, super like minuscule, you know what I mean? Oh! Oh! She's on top of the handle. Oh. The steam from the top brings up a message on the mirror. Look not for what is there, look for what is not there. Look not for what is there. Look not for what is there, look for what is not there. Look not for what is there, look for what is not there. Interesting. I'm going to turn this off because it's creeping me out. I'm going to be honest. Look not for what is there, but for what is not there. Oh! Look not for what is there, but for what is not there. 3, 1, 2, 7. 3, 1, 2, 7? Look not for what is there, but for what is not there. 3, 1, 2, 7. This is just a long. This is a long shot. It's actually a long shot. 3, 1, 2, 7. No way! All right. 12th of February. After the dreams and getting... Wait. After the drama in getting from Spain across to Greece, I was quite surprised in how quickly and effortless the trek into the Middle East was. Brad was not wrong when he mentioned how cold it gets in the highlands of Israel this time of year. I wrongfully met his original statement as such with sarcasm. So anyway, this morning I finally made it to Jerusalem, half expecting a place of quiet spiritualistic harmony. However, once again I find myself surprised. Excuse me, I'm about to burp. I find myself surprised with the cacophony of noise and the speed of life around here. I think I'm going to enjoy the 3 remaining days in this hustle and bustle city. Okay, he was definitely traveling a lot. Today sorry, I'm gassy. It's this let's just drink them. Excuse me. That's embarrassing. Today I've been resting up by the pool after yesterday's awesome day of schlepping through the local markets and shops. I bought Angela a whole bunch of clothes. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any I Love Israel t-shirts for her. Mom and Dad some ornaments, and Adam an awesome leather-bound notepad, and I even got myself a little something to waste some time. Of all the places in the world to literally walk into a curio shop, I never expected it to be the holy city of Jerusalem. A strange-looking gentleman picked off a suede bag from behind his counter and offered me its content at a very generous price. Examining the bag a little closer, it held a few items that instantly perked my interest. Inside I found what at first looked like a foreign board game, but upon closer inspection, it holds a lot common with what is known in my culture as a Ouija board. No, I would have been like, no thank you, I'm good, I don't want it, see you later. Also inside was a glass divining guide for the board. Religious-related paraphernalia, not just Judaism, but from a variety of different religions. An old scroll which, with my limited understanding of the local tongue, reads in the form of a poem. Maybe when I'm lying bored on the beach in Thailand next week with the margarita and newspaper in hand, I might decide to pass some time by playing around with my new purchase. But until then, I've got too much to do. That is crazy. Yeah, this person, I don't know. 18th of February. Here's the sit in the terminal of Indira Gandhi International Airport in Delhi. Unfortunately, I'm restricted to this immediate area as I wait for my connecting flight to Malaysia to start boarding. The air here smells kind of musky. However, unique enough to tantalize my culturally explorative nature. Mental note for my future endeavors to this country. Stay away from the airport cafe lamb rolls. They are nasty. Quite the diary we have here. Hold on, get a quick drink. It's hard life, isn't it? As I type this out on my keyboard, I'm lying here on a scheduled Thai beach, looking out over the ocean with the sunset as its background. Simply beautiful. Tonight is the first night in a while that I've had no plans to do anything. My interest in the board that I picked up in Jerusalem last week has perked to the point where I might kill an hour tonight playing around with it in my new bungalow. The odds that the board will end up in the storage when I return home and only see the light of day whenever I need a talking point with guests, so I might as well get my money's worth out of this thing. 22nd of February. Okay, this is going to sound strange. The board spoke to me. No, not literally, but when I used it for the first time last night. I actually think that I contacted something. Maybe it's just my subconscious manifesting itself with movements of the glass without my self-awareness being engaged. Well, that's what my new Pakistani friend Kazi seems to think. Or maybe just there is something more to this board than I had ever hoped for. Not much information was passed on to me through this medium, only a few answers of yes and no to a few generic and boring questions, but still exciting all the same. That should be your cue to stop and throw the board away, or pass it off to someone else. 23rd. I received word tonight that Brad had been rushed to the hospital. He mentioned something along the lines of experiencing chest pains, feeling dizzy, and passing out in public places. Apparently he feels okay now and was kept overnight for observation. However, what is of greatest concern is that even after the doctors ran a whole variety of tests on him, they still don't know what could have caused what seemed from the symptoms a heart attack. Brad insisted that I stay in Thailand while he traveled back home and consulted his own doctor. I could sense he was a little freaked out by what had transpired. Oh no. Is this because of the Ouija board? 27th. Once I again find myself a little shaken by that board I picked up in Jerusalem. Last night I decided to play around with it again, purely out of interest to see if I could get similar results this time around. The phrase of the day is, and then some. Rather than the repeated yes and no to my questions, I started getting constructed words. It was all going very pleasant at first, but what scared me away from the board was when the word, "How is Brad?" formed. Ugh. Oh my god. I don't want to play this game anymore. Surely my subconscious at work again, but I sure as hell didn't spell it out intentionally. 28th. A little experiment this time around. I invited Kazi over earlier today to sit in on a session with the board. I've heard the skeptic Kazi original reaction to my offer forced me to also offer copious amounts of the local Bintang beer. It didn't take long for the spirits of the boards to come out of hiding, and without fail, we were witnessing constructed sentences being formed. At this point, standard banter between Kazi and I started flying. "You're doing that." "No, you are." To which we agreed to remove our hands from the divining glass. At the same time, for a moment, just a small moment, it seemed the glass moved by itself. Okay, let's keep going. 4th of March. I finally arrived back home. After a long trip, the phrase, "there's no place like home," rings so damn true. This place hasn't changed a bit. Save for the new layers of dirt, dust, and maybe a couple of critters making my attic their new home. After that amazing sight and experiences I've had in Europe and the Middle East and Asia, I'm having trouble comprehending a return to the mundane life of an insurance salesman. As nice as it is to be home, I'm not looking forward to the slipping back into the habit of spending boring nights staring at a TV screen. At least I have Goliath. What's Goliath? Is that your nickname for the Ouija board? All right, give me 1 second. You guys won't miss a beat. I need to use the restroom really quick. Be right back. And I'm back. All right. Sorry about that. Let's see what Goliath is about. The 6th of March. Goliath? Where did I get that name from? I'm reading over my previous entries in this diary. I made mention of that name. I can't remember where I pulled it from, but maybe it has something to do with the unusual nightmares I've been having of late. Or could I have heard that name elsewhere? In any case, it seems like an appropriate name for the spirits of the board. Speaking of, tonight may require another session to once again kill time. I just can't deal with another episode of Dancing with the Stars. This person would rather contact spirits using a Ouija board than watch television. He is so afraid of having a normal life from, prior to like exploring and traveling and seeing all this, and now it's like he's looking for another way to like connect his urge for excitement, and he needs an outlet for that, and it's the Ouija board. 10th. The rabbit holes run deeper than I have ever expected. I've been contacting Goliath fairly frequently of late. I fear that this has become somewhat of an obsession for me. Yeah, you can say that again. But the more I use the board, the further and further I delve into its history, and the more I lose myself. The nightmares have been getting worse. I even now started to find myself sleepwalking. On the odd occasion, I would fall asleep in the bed or on the couch, and would wake up in the attic. Always in the attic. I don't understand why. I'm trying to find the words. It's like he's like it's like an adrenaline junkie or something. And he I guess he played his cards too far. Oh, is that it? What happened? Huh? Hello? Oh. Sorry about that. Something, I think it glitched out for a second. Well, hold on, let's see where we are. Always in that. Okay, so the 11th of March. This is where we are. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. It just stopped working for a second. Okay, anyways. Okay, I'm ready to burn this board. Things have suddenly turned nasty. You are mine. What the hell is that supposed to mean? I ended up deciding against destroying the board for now. However, I did discard it into the corner of the closet. Yes, I'm ready to close the book on that chapter of my, for the time being. 26th. Brad is dead. His mother called me today to relay the news. One moment he's walking around and talking to his family, and suddenly he trips on the corner of a rug and hits his head on the granite benchtop. I don't understand. I'm absolutely devastated. He was just 28 years old. I'm unsure if this distant cackling laughter I heard after receiving the news was coming from the closet or a dark corner of my mind. 30th. Brad's funeral was today. It is a sad day indeed. His whole family was there. And as our circle of was our circle of friends. In talking to them, there seems to be a streak of bad luck hitting those closest to me. Julie had a miscarriage a week ago. David broke his left leg after coming off his bike. Greg and Dana are being audited by the IRS for taxation anomalies that neither were aware of. And then Brad. On another tangent, everyone I spoke to today at the funeral commented about how tired I looked. I guess the lack of quality of sleep lately is starting to take its toll. April 2nd. I received a frantic phone call at 3 a.m. this morning from Kazi. At first he was talking so frantically that I had trouble understanding him. But after I managed to calm him down, he got to the reason for his call. It seemed that ever since he and I spoke to Goliath spirits in that board, strange accidents and disturbing events have plagued him and those close to him. A strange parallel to what I had been experiencing since isolating the board to the downstairs closet. Kazi implored me to take his request seriously. He apparently consulted with the local medicine man and described to him what had happened when we were together in Thailand and used the board. The medicine man was very stern in what we needed to do to alleviate our circumstances. Kazi referred to the medicine man, calling the board the Soothsayer. To sever our bondage to the spirits, Kazi implored me to split the board up into 7 pieces, along with 7 religious artifacts. Bury it where no one will ever find it. The medicine man also suggested that we each wear white for a year to stave off any possible residual harm that may have been brought upon us. Damn. Worst case scenario, create an unbroken barrier of salt to create safe rooms in my house. Naturally, I dismissed Kazi by telling him that I would take his plead seriously. As disturbing as this phone call was, Kazi was known for his excessive use of medicinal supplements. Let this be a warning, kids. Saying no, what? This guy is like a professional at doing all the wrong things. Like, he's very good at doing all the wrong things. Kazi's request started to not seem so crazy after all. I'm starting to hear and feel things around me which defy any rational explanation. Appliances turning themselves on, cold spots in random areas of the room, thumping and whisperings. This morning I got out of the shower and thought I heard a deep guttural growl echoed down the hallway. The wall seemed to breathe, and the light seemed to buzz with electrical activity, while lights dim and flare and burn out on a daily basis. Hold on, a lot of reading. I fear my obsessive use of the Soothsayer has given Goliath a taste of my world. I've opened the door enough for them to see the other side, but I don't think I've given them enough space to come through just yet. Last night I dreamed again, a man, a woman, and her mother, fighting amongst themselves until a knife was pulled, and then I awoke in a hot sweat. Once again, I'm finding myself on the floor of the attic. The attic. What's so special about the attic? Is that like the safe place? Like, he'll go through like these like meditative like nightmares, and his body will unconsciously like run to the attic for like safety to prevent himself from experiencing. I don't know. This is just a theory. I received an email from Kazi why I haven't destroyed the board yet. He assumed as much after his run of injuries and bad luck continued to snowball since we last spoke. He kept referring to the love, lust, murder triangle. Love, lust, and murder triangle of the spirits that keep within the confines of the Soothsayer. A context that is lost on me at the moment. We have those in our inventory. He kept referring to the love, lust, murder triangle of the spirits that keep within the confines of the Soothsayer. Whew, we got a lot of reading. Here we go. Things are getting intensely frightening here. Not only am I hearing and feeling strange things, I am now seeing the apparitions in the mirrors and in the shadows of the house. God help me. If Kazi's medicine man feels his suggestions can help me, then it's time for me to take his advice seriously. I ran a full pelt into the park behind me in the park behind my house with a shovel in hand, and dug a hole deep enough that not even 100 years of national erosion would uncover the Soothsayer. Sweaty and dirty, I returned to the house to collect that infernal board. To my dismay, when it came time to remove the board from the safe I had placed in it, I realized that I had forgotten and misplaced the access code. Oh no. In a rage, I kicked and screamed, slamming the doors in my wake. My one and only chance to disburden myself of the guilt, bad luck, and pain I have unleashed upon myself and my friends was gone until I could piece together the code for the safe. We haven't found the safe yet, but I assume it's probably that locked door we couldn't access. 28th of April. Here I now sit, hearing the whispers again, speaking lies, all of it lies. Goliath and the Soothsayers are not to be trusted. So the Soothsayers are probably the three different things. Lust, love, and murder. Probably like Goliath's henchmen or something. They may manipulate our lives or demand reverence and payment for our dabbling with the Soothsayer, but we are all empowered by our privileged existence. They can have the last shred of my desperate sanity, but they'll never take my soul without a fight. Those words still echo in my thoughts. You are mine. Payment indeed. They are coming for me right now. I can hear their screams and demand getting louder and louder with each moment that passes. The stairs, the hallway, outside this door right now, consummates the vows of defeat. Dear God. End of document. So what happened to him? I guess he's gone. So we have to finish what he failed to do. One, two. Wait, murder. Love, lust. Okay, so we have the three Soothsayers with us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have all 7 artifacts and we have the 3 notes. So I'm not sure what we do with the notes, but I'm assuming we have to find an access code, unlock the safe, and then break it up into pieces, and then attach each one of the religious artifacts to it. That's what I seem to be the objective. But that is in this room, the door that leads into the house. However, it seems to be locked. So we need a key. Holy shit, there's a bright light coming from behind this door. Not to mention deep guttural growls coming from the same area. I'm not sure I want to be going in there. Oh no. Is it because we read the diary? Oh no. Do we have to go in there? We need to look for a key. It didn't say we shouldn't go in there. It's just I'm not sure if we should go in there. Is that where the key would be? Or should I go back and fine comb every single room looking for any sliver of I think we go in. Oh! Holy shit, there's a bright light coming from behind that door. Oh wait, we just read that. The door is currently open. I guess we took the gamble. A key hangs from the roof in the closet. A small yet convoluted looking safe is hot alarm vest security system. Heart, square, circle. That would be murder, circle. Love is heart, obviously. And lust is square. Lust, murder. What was the other one? Murder is circle. Love, lust. Lust, love, lust, murder. Love, lust, murder? Do I have to like type out this like crazy LOVE? LUSTMUDE. No way, right? That would be insane. If that was the password. Alright, let's yoink the key. We'll put a post-it note in this. We're gonna check the room that was locked. Door key. No? The door leads in a house. However, it seems to be locked. Now I'm using the door key. Door key with hello? What's happening here? I'm pretty sure we have the key. Door key. I don't understand. Use door key with the door. Is this not the door key? That is the door key, no? I don't like the lights off. That's scary. Was there anything else we saw that was locked? Let's check here. Was there anything else that we saw that was locked? I don't think there's anything else locked. I'm pretty sure that was the door key, no? It wasn't working though. We don't need to go back up to the attic. I have the key. Is this not the key? How do we use the key? Perhaps we need to put in the crazy code. I mean, it's worth a shot, right? Love. L-O-V-E. Followed by lust. L-U-S-T. And then the last one is murder, right? M-U-D-E-R. No. How do I open the door? Store leads. Do I have to like get closer to it or something? The store leads to the end of the house. However, it seems to be locked. Now, where did I? Guys, this is a door key for a door. Why won't it work? This. I'm confused. Oh wait, the door key's not lighting up though. See, look how all the other ones light up. Rope, hook, prayer, murder note, Jewish star. I mean, wait, is it Jewish shofar? Door key doesn't light up. Do I have a glitch in the game? No way, right? I don't know. This has to be the solution. There's no way it's not. Oh. I keep clicking because I'm trying to navigate, and it leads to like... It leads to the other sections of the map. I'm sorry for being so quiet. I'm just like trying to think. What else the door key could be used for? Salt? Wait, these are not working now. Do I have a glitch? Oh, let's try it again. Oh, now it's working. I don't understand. Do I have to look up a guide? Oh no, I don't want to have to look up a guide. I want to do it naturally. I might have to look up a guide, guys. If I can't figure this out, we may have to turn to a guide for this last part. I mean, unless I glitched out the game somehow. We did access, I mean, listen, we went through everything trying to figure this out. So it's just so strange that that wouldn't be the door key for the door. We went to the bathroom. There's nothing in here. This room, this cursed room, we went in here. Don't know. Down the hallway. I'm literally stuck here, guys. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. Just for the sake of time, I'm gonna look up a guide just for this one specific part, and then we'll see if the game is glitched or if there's something I'm completely missing, and then I'll proceed from that point on, only looking up that one specific part. So I will be right back, and you guys will not miss a beat. So
2,000 years later.
And we're back. Sorry about that. So yeah, I did look up a guide, but good news, this guide was designed in a way where it showed each step by step without breaking the spoiler. So I'm going to show you just a sample of it really quickly. Right here. Check it out. So we're on, I was reading each one spoiler at a time, and I stopped at number 20, where it says go to the hallway and use the key on the locked door. So I was correct to use the key on the locked door, but apparently love, lust, murder, those numbers equals access granted. So I was on the right track, but for some reason, either I spelled the code wrong, or I put it in the wrong order. So let me move this out of the way real quick. And we're going to go back to full screen. I do apologize. But that's all I know. So right here, love, lust, murder, right? So assume it's L, which is 5, right? Love, L-O-V-E, lust, L-U-S-T, love, lust, murder, M-U-D-E-R. So let me just double check if that's the correct. 568 358 7 8 6 8 7. Wait. 7337. Oh no, we messed up somewhere. Where did I mess up? LOVELUSTMURDER. I don't understand. Didn't I type that the first time around? I have no idea. Either I spelled the word incorrectly. I don't know. Maybe I spelled the word incorrectly. I don't know. I thought I spelled it correctly. Either way, that's as far as I'll go with the guide. So I'm. Jesus Christ. This is it. The Soothsayer that my brother was obsessed over in his diary. Could this be the cause of his disappearance and all of the crazy things I've witnessed in this house? My brother mentioned that I have to bury this board and split it into 7 pieces. Only then will his soul be released. Jeez. How do we break it into 7 pieces? Boom. Nope. Okay, we're gonna have to break it up into 7 pieces. I don't know how we're gonna do it. So now we should have access to the door key, right? There it is. There it is. All right, let's do this. A message has been carved into the table. Brother, use the Soothsayer. Save my soul and yourself. Use the Soothsayer? Save my soul and yourself. The Ouija divining glass. It's usually used with the Ouija board. And in this case, the Soothsayer. Unless I'm going to use this with the board, I might just leave it. I'm gonna say no? Question mark? Aren't we supposed to cut it up into pieces? Why would we use it? Oh, let's see if we can find a way to cut it up first. Because if there's an option to cut it up, then I will do it. Kitchen. Wait, what did I just click on? A toaster with a small lamp. Light bulb must have fizzed out on the lamp. It won't work. Kitchen cupboards. Filled nothing of interest. Nothing of interest. The sliding door leads out to the back of the house. My brother's place actually backs onto the national park. From here I can see a dirt mound and a hole. Wait. The stuff was just sitting. Wait. We can't go back. There's a hole dug in the ground here. This must be the hole that my brother referred to in his diary. Now bury this infernal board and for all. But you placed all seven religious themed objects in the hole. And so Goliath, the Soothsayer, was no more. Buried deep under the top soil of a secluded national park, and nigh a chance in hell, the demonic entities trapped within its physical confines, escaping to terrorize anyone again. And while the mystery of my brother's disappearance will continue to be an unsolved case, his direction before succumbing to the legion of the board would set me on a path to ensure his will would be carried out. And I continue onwards in this world, wiser from the ordeal and with the knowledge that greater powers look over us all, some with envious eyes and some with kind benevolence. Try again for an alternate ending. No, I'm good. What is this? Oh my god. All right, well, I'm gonna have to blur that image out. Hold on, let me go ahead and switch real quick. I got doxed right there, but that's okay. We'll just blur that out and everything will be okay. Okay. Let me just go ahead and close this out. And yeah. So I do apologize. Let's just clear the elephant in the room. I apologize for being dumb and not figuring out the code correctly. I must have inputted the code incorrectly somehow, either from putting the numbers incorrectly, like I just randomly misclicked, or I misspelled the word. I don't know. I have dyslexia, so like I'm dumb, and I do apologize. Please forgive me. I did not spoil the game. I looked up the guide only up to a certain point, and that was that. As far as the other ending goes, I'm good. I don't want to find out what the other ending is. This game already creeps me the hell out on so many different levels, and the fact that it's tied to a lot of religious notes is all the more scarier for me, because I grew up in a very religious family, so religion plays a very big role in the family, and I don't like to mess around with that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you want to go and play the game for yourself and see the alternate endings, whatever endings they are, be my guest, because I'm not doing it. I need to bleach my mind after this game and play something else. Actually, I am looking forward to Hollow Knight. Silksong is coming out tomorrow, so that's going to be super exciting, and I'm going to be playing the heck out of that game. I hope anyone else is excited for that. But moving back to the game, this game is based on a true story, from what I understand, and it revolves around the band, the Mars Volta. I don't really know too much about the band or the circumstances surrounding this game, but if what transpired in the game is like correlated to like the band members and maybe like some of their family members, I'm truly sorry for what has happened to your families or your families and friends or whatever the case may be. And I'm also terrified. And maybe somewhere out there is a buried Ouija board with like multiple artifacts, religious artifacts attached to it, so that no one could ever find it again. God, just thinking about that is it's too much. It's too much for me to wrap my head around. Maybe someone smarter than me can put the pieces together. But either way, the game was a very good game. I felt the chills and the scares, and yeah, I'm not coming back to this game ever again. I'm not a fan of playing like religious themed horror games. Never have been, never will be. I don't know what it is, but it just creeps me the hell out on so many different levels. But yeah, this video has gone on long enough. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's gonna do it for this video. If there's anything you'd like to say, if there's something you wanna express to me, leave a comment down below. And if you made it this far into the video, please subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and I very much would appreciate it. Please. And thank you. Be my first subscriber. I look forward to it. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Bye.